Well, howdy, everybody. Teresa here with
Bradley.
And the critters. And yes, you can see Brad's walker back there with the tray. Oh, so if you guys ever wondered about if they make trays for walkers, they make all kinds. Just if you know somebody that's using a walker or you yourself are, just type in the name of your walker and you'll find on Amazon and I'm sure a lot of other places all kinds of trays, bags, everything. So, and this, it works out nice for Brad. He can put stuff on top of there and go through the house. But he'll be glad when he doesn't have to use it anymore.
Yes, I'm so excited about
I know.
that.
So, it is January 8th, 2022. It is Saturday. And Brad thought it was maybe New Year's Day earlier. It messed you up because they were talking about, you were watching a video that had just been put up and they were talking about New Year's Eve party they were going to have. It was the Mills family and that messed him up. We have to do, because we don't do anything for New Year's. So you thought we had missed it or... Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we slipped right through it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm feeling pretty good today. I did not have to take water pills yesterday, which was really nice. And I don't think I'm going to have to take them today. Probably tomorrow. In that you gauge your feet. It's like, well, maybe tomorrow. So, I stayed up way too late last night again. I didn't get to sleep till after 9 a.m., people. I could not have my sleep pattern more messed up than I do right now.
I know.
It's just,
I don't know what we'll have to do to correct that.
I don't know. But one thing I'd like to do, this is totally off subject, but you've been married to me for a number of years, you know this, is I'd like to move that tin punch, that candle wax warmer over to the kitchen table.
The coffee pot or teapot or...
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Because I am Dr. Destructo. Well,
Brad ends up breaking a lot of stuff right now, and it's not his fault. But between the mobility issue and the hand tremors, he does break a lot of stuff. And he drops a lot of stuff. He can't help it. How many times have you dropped dinner?
Oh,
how many times have you dropped drinks? You get used to it. He can't help it. But yeah, so I try to keep stuff that is breakable away from him.
Well, how many times am I handing you, like, your drink and
it's just all over it, or
he'll
be handing you a plate of food and I'll try to grab it real fast before everything flips off of there. I think next time you see the primary care doctor, you really should bring up the hand tremors. And I mean, just because you tried one medication doesn't mean there aren't others out there that might help.
And actually, I did talk to her. And
you did?
She was talking about putting me on more drugs.
Okay, that's what I was just saying, though, Brad. Okay, I mean, wouldn't it be nice to have your hands a little steadier?
It would be.
Doesn't it really affect your life every day? I mean, I see how frustrated you get. I mean, I don't know if it affects, like, you cutting up stuff.
Not so much.
But, I mean, I see when you're trying to write anything.
Yeah.
I see when you're trying to clip your nails. I have to clip his fingernails now, too, because the hand tremors are bad enough. He cannot do it.
Yeah.
And there's some other things. I mean, you can't bring it up to her and then say no to any kind of drugs. What did you want her to do?
Well, I was just checking
to see. You didn't want to slice and dice.
No, and I was just checking to see if there was anything that would help that was non-medication.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a choice you'll have to make. Yeah. But, I think if there's some help out there for you, find out what's the nortriptyline supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
What is it supposed to be doing? Do you know?
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, you might have, because I don't remember.
Yeah, I will look it up.
Yeah, because you were on something else that you quit.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. But it's up to you. I mean, it's your body. Yeah. But yeah, he does end up breaking a fair amount of stuff. That can't be helped. You just learn to kind of try and keep stuff out of his path, if possible. And, going to happen with all of us as we age and stuff. We're going to, either have trouble with mobility or eyesight or hand tremors or just not really with arthritis, not being able to grip stuff as tight. I go through that now. It's like, you know, we're still not going to put you out to pasture,
Okay,
as
good.
they put it.
Well, when I was younger, we always had to. You always had to keep stuff out of the path because I was kind of like the proverbial bull in
He
the
has,
china
has
shop.
always been, I was trying to be nice and not bring that up, but yeah, he's always been like a bull in a china shop. I always say him and Charlie, our Mastiff, are the same because there's just a path of destruction, and you just try to keep, if this is the path, you try to keep everything like here out of the way. So, it happens. It's like, when I decorate my house, I try to think about how tall Charlie is, especially. He's the tallest dog we have, and how his tail goes, so I don't put anything in the path of the wicked tail, which just feels like a whip when it's smacking you sometimes. So, but I finished that hat last night for my friend, and I'm making a couple more, but this is how it turned out, guys. And this is just, like I said, just a pattern I did. It's actually a pattern of a couple of different, just your straight lines, and then I went into this, and then I went into that. So, wait, this is not the hat.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Oh.
There's another hat in it a lot like it.
Oh, okay.
This is not the hat.
Okay. Do you want me to go?
I can show them the picture, but
Okay.
you see this one, and this one is just a donation one. Because I was looking at the brim. I know the brim is different. And I'll show you the one I did. I do have a picture of it because I sent it to her. Let's see. Okay, so you see the difference. Here's the hat I just made. Some of the same things, just a pattern done in different ways. So yeah, but this is the hat I just did for my friend. So, yeah. I was looking at that and I'm like, I don't remember putting these lines here. I mean, I knew I had done this on this hat, but I don't remember putting these lines here and these up above here and then doing this. But, yeah, so I was like, wait a minute. So I got another one started. I'm not going to show you because it's just the brim right now. So, I'll make a couple more. This one's going to be black and different shades of purple because she really likes purple too. And then I want to get those done before I make that wreath. So, I mean, I'll probably over today and tomorrow, I'm hoping to have those other two hats done. So then, Monday or so we could mail them, and that would be good. So, let's see. Don't really have any housework that we have to do. I don't know if you're working in the blue room or if you're taking today off or. Okay. Is it getting a lot better?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where you and I are going to have to work together to go through the boxes to sort out craft stuff, house stuff, and garbage stuff.
Okay. Well, maybe Monday. I like to take the weekends and kind of not.
I agree.
So, maybe Monday we can start with that.
That sounds wonderful.
I'll step in there real quick, but I got housework to do.
Yeah.
I figure, I'll do the housework since you're in there doing that. Mm-hmm. So, and we don't really have anything going on, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be looming some hats, watching some movies, watching some YouTube videos. Man, it is hard to find much on YouTube now. I'm going to go on a little bit of, I'm going to voice my opinion about a few things that probably may not be real popular. But it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, and everybody's entitled to their own. I really hate the fact that we now have the members only YouTube videos, and we also have the Patreon videos. To have to pay to watch somebody that you watch for years. You know, there's no way that you can afford to do that. I mean, it's almost like the creator thinks that they're the only one that you only watch their video. Now, if I have, 10 or 20 people that I watch consistently, I don't have money enough to pay each $20 to watch your exclusive content. To me, it's kind of like a big slap in the face. It's like, thank you for your loyalty for years and years and years, but now F you, because if you don't pay X amount of dollars a month, you can't see my videos. And I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because how do I judge, oh, I'm going to pay this person $20 a month, but this other person I like just as well, I'm not going to pay for your Patreon because, I can only pay for so many. And if I wanted to pay to watch stuff, I would have cable. I already pay Netflix and to watch them, and Hulu to watch them, and Amazon Prime to watch them. And that's all I'm going to pay, plus my regular internet. But what happened to the old YouTube where people got on here and had fun? And we didn't worry about trying to make all this money. It's great if that's what you're doing for a living, but some of us are on here just to have fun and just to have a back and forth communication with some of you guys who have become my very dear friends, whether I hear from you once a year or every day. But I really, really hate that because you'll think, whatever happened to so-and-so? I used to watch their videos. I haven't seen them putting out anything. Then you realize, well, they've gone to having a Patreon, and unless you're going to pay that money, you don't get to watch them anymore. I'm like, well, then I just don't get to watch you anymore because, we all are, very limited. A lot of us are very limited on funds. I mean, we have enough to get by and stuff, but I'm not going to take and use that money that way. I mean, and also I feel like, okay, well, guess what? I'll get a Patreon too. And you pay me $20 a month and I'll pay you $20 a month. Or we could all just not do it and call it even. Because I'm not doing this just to make money. I'm doing this to interact with you guys and to be able to express myself. And it gives me a platform to be able to voice some opinions, tell some stories, show some craft items, and share what's going on to a point in our daily life. So I know that's probably not real popular, but I'm entitled to my opinion. I really, really hate what YouTube has done, basically, is that if you want to make any money on YouTube, you have to have a members only or a Patreon. I'm not going to do that. The day I get up here and come up here to make a video just because I think I'm going to make X amount of dollars is the day I just will no longer do YouTube. I won't, I've never made a penny off of YouTube. I've been monetized a few times, and I've got the last time I got almost pretty close to whatever their cap is before you ever get a check. And then, I dip back down under 1,000, fine. I'll still make my videos. And, if I ever get over 1,000, great. If I don't, okay. I'm still going to be here making the video. And I have learned so much from you guys. And made such great friends. We've all gone through different things. We support each other through death, cancer, divorces, new life coming in, so much stuff. So that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, but how many people? That's the only reason they're doing YouTube, is they're not doing it to reach out
Yeah.
and make friends
No.
or anything like that. They are doing it for the sole purpose
Yeah.
of making money.
And if you want to actually know what's going on, you're going to have to pay X amount of dollars a month. And it's like, wow. So when you started out in YouTube and I was watching you, because there's probably not 5 or 6 people that I watched them when they very first started YouTube, and now that they've become bigger and stuff, that's their attitude, and or else they're making reaction videos. I can't what they call that, where you're giving kind of a false title, to get people to click on it, going, oh, "What's happening?" I mean, I could put my title that so and so is no longer with us. Let's say Betsy, no longer with us. The death of Betsy. You would have people click on it because they think I had a family member or a friend pass away. You wouldn't realize that maybe that was my favorite marker in the whole world that died. But they will do that, though. They will do that, where they put in a title that makes you think, oh my, and then you'll find out that it was, like I said, a marker died, or their favorite curling iron died, or a vacuum died.
Yep.
Well,
Well, there's a couple of YouTube channels I watch, who shall remain nameless. But you look at the
like the biggest 15 mysteries of the world found.
Well, there's this one in particular that they always put these pictures up that are they're so intriguing. But then you watch the video and they'll say, that's just a picture they found. I want to hear comments on it.
Yeah.
And it's like they call them, it's clickbait.
Or like all these people that are doing the reaction videos now, so they're watching another YouTuber who is probably doing a lot of things to get a lot of views that are not true. And so you'll have 15 people do a reaction video on it. And that's what their whole channel is. They're not making any content. They're just talking about other people. They're just gossiping. And, gossiping and making it bigger. And, pretty soon, instead of them having a pimple on their butt, they've got an entire leg that's abscessed and getting ready to be cut off. Like, there's times I get on here, like today, and I don't have a whole lot to say. It's a Saturday. There's nothing super wrong, but I'm not going to lie and go that we have some big, exciting plans. With the pandemic and with the new surge going on, we're not going a whole lot of places, and we're homebodies anyway, okay? Yep. We're homebodies. My favorite place in the whole world is to be on my bed and have Bradley sitting on the corner of the bed, and we'll have all 4 animals up there. We'll have the 3 dogs and the cat, and, like Jellybean is always right with me. She's behind me right now. She gets on the bed, and if I'm not paying attention to her, she'll run over and she'll use her paw and kind of smack my leg, not hard or anything. She's a little poodle. It's not going to hurt. Or else she'll come over and she'll scoot her butt in until she touches my butt. But anyway, that's my favorite thing. Typically, Brad and I will usually watch separate movies because we don't have the same taste. Sometimes we find a movie that we want to watch together. We love natural disaster type movies. Like, the great big bomb has landed, and this is what life is like now, and or a great big comet hits the earth and releases all these dangerous gases, and what people are doing to try and survive, and yeah. But so he'll be watching something and I'll be on my laptop watching something, or vice versa. Some nights I have a big TV and he's over on my laptop watching whatever, but I'm never going to get to the point where I need to do reaction videos. I watch people that have some kind of complicated life, or maybe some things really going on. I'm not going to, oh, did you see da da da? No, I'm not going to do that, okay? That to me is stealing their content too. I've seen it where people have done, let's say people design, okay, like they design a pattern, right? They design this, and then So you find that design, maybe I've done a tutorial on it, and somebody else will take it and say it's theirs and put it on their channel. I mean, that's why I'm already like, hey, if you want to know how to do this pattern, I'm not going to ever charge anybody, and I will walk you through it. Because, come on, like this pattern, every single thing on this pattern, I picked up watching somebody loom. How to do the basic stitch, how to do the stripe, how to do diamonds and stuff. And I just kind of, with my very artistic mind, I just kind of morphed it into different things. And I will change patterns up all the time. That way, it's just fun for me. But I got bits and pieces from other people. It's not like I came up with this. Nobody's ever done a diamond on a hat before, so I should be praised, and I should probably be immortalized for all time. With the world's biggest ball of yarn and a matching size loom and hook, and then you would have me, a statue of me. Please, I'm not doing anything special. Everything I've picked up, I've learned. And yeah, I have a very avid imagination, and so I can kind of visualize things. But yeah, I mean, if you have anything that you really, want me to help you with, I'm more than happy to do that. But yeah, I'm not going to start doing reaction videos or anything like that. Um, you know. Sometimes I'll tell you guys about a subscriber, or not subscriber, somebody who makes videos that I really like. And because I want you to go over and enjoy them too. And I think maybe that's something you would enjoy, like watching um, uh, Needy Homesteader, or watching Our Half Acre Homestead, or watching the Mills Family. I mean, there's a lot of people, Enchanted April. Um, there's a lot of people that make videos that I really, really enjoy. You know, I enjoy the kind of basic housewife. This is what you do for this. You know. Now, I would love to make me some great bread. I can do it in the yeah, but I never think about getting it out. And also we're not supposed to eat a lot of carbs, so that kind of makes it a little harder on making a lot of stuff. But I like people that are showing you how to do different things. I learned how to dehydrate from Our Half Acre Homestead, Mrs. Wolfe. I learned how to dehydrate, and that's when I started dehydrating a lot of stuff, which was really nice in the RV.
Yeah, it
We had
was.
these jars of dehydrated different vegetables and stuff, and that was really nice. I could open them up, and if you want to make a quick stew or soup or something. So, but yeah, that's just my viewpoint on Patreon and reaction videos and stuff. I miss the older days when people just got on there to have fun. There was a whole group of us that would just get on there to have fun. Most of those people are not doing videos anymore. They got tired of it, or they had so much going on in their life that, they just don't. Um, there's still some around, but people have changed a lot over the years too. A lot of hardships or a lot of just basic changes. I was watching one gal last night. I'm not gonna talk about her channel name or anything, but she's going through some major changes, which, you know, it's like you just want to encourage them to hang in there and stuff, no matter what you're going through. We're all going to be going through something. So don't think that you're so lucky that your life is just so privileged, because we're all going to be going through something. It doesn't matter if you have $1 or $1,000,000. Cancer is cancer. Cancer doesn't care what kind of money you have. You know, hardships and divorces and stuff, you know, people dying. It's all, so real with things we go through. And sometimes I've gone back and looked at a few of my older videos. It's kind of nice sometimes to even pick one from each year and see how much I've even changed, how much our lifestyle has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys that originally started watching me, I was in Wyoming. And I would talk about the snow and stuff, and then we'd talk about wanting to move, and I was real close at one point in time to being able to get gastric bypass surgery, and that fell through. I'm not trying to get weight loss surgery anymore. I've tried 3 times. And it's just, I think it's something that's not meant for me to have. And that's okay. I'll just keep trying to do my best. At this point, I'm not looking to lose a whole bunch of weight or anything. Any pounds I get off is nice, is great, you know. But I'm not going to make myself miserable over it either. I am who I am, and I know a lot of you guys really love and care about me, and that helps because you guys are essentially my family. Essentially, you guys really are, and I'm not joking about you guys are my family. You guys are the ones I talk to, and share stuff with, and you share stuff with me, and you guys are my family. You guys give me the love and support. You guys and Brad and stuff that I don't have anywhere else. So, Brad can tell you if I'm having a bad night. Now I finally learned after all these years to just reach out to him and go, hey, I'll say, can you come back down? Because, he's in his room and stuff because I'll be having a bad night. Once in a while, he'll do that. Basically, like if he's got a super painful night. Sometimes what we reference to talking you down is if you feel like that pain is so bad that you're maybe on like an edge of a cliff and that you're just not going to be able to take it anymore. And so sometimes it's nice to have somebody sit there and talk to you about anything, maybe help you laugh a little bit or something. What I like to do with Brad is give him one of his pain pills, and then I'll sit there and talk to him about whatever and let that pain pill start taking effect. Because you know what it's like at night when you're in so much pain and you can't sleep and you feel like that pain is never going to end, especially for somebody like Brad who's been in chronic pain now for quite a while. A couple of years now. And it keeps getting worse because the hip. The socket is gone. The ball of his femur is gone. So, like the doctor says, it's a spike on a little plate now. And they're going to have to. We're not sure where they're getting the bone from.
From the femur.
From your femur. So they're going to have to cut down further?
Yeah, they're going to shave a little bit off.
But they're going to have to cut you down further. Okay, I didn't know that.
Unless,
yeah, I didn't know if they were going to use a cadaver bone or what they were going to use.
Or they might even, I don't know, he might even take bone off the part they're taking out.
Yeah. But they're going to have to redo the socket as well.
Yeah.
So, it's just gotten that bad, but, anyway, I don't know how we got onto that, but I just want you guys to know that you guys mean a lot to me. If I needed really to make an income, I wouldn't. Just me personally, I wouldn't probably go for I'm going to make my income from YouTube. Especially the way they've made things now is, so difficult to. And, like I've talked about yesterday about feeling like we're censored now. There's a whole lot of words you can't say on YouTube. And it's like, YouTube become like Big Brother watching. And I kind of resent that. Yes, honey.
I didn't want to disturb you. One of the things that I object to, and
I object,
are these YouTubers that open up all aspects of their family life.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't want that. There's stuff that it's us, it's private. And the other one is I know there's YouTubers that aren't that it's fake happiness.
Mm-hmm. You can tell when they're being over the top happy that there's no way anybody could be that happy all the time. And I don't want to. If I want to watch something fake and phony, I'll watch a TV program, a sitcom or something. everybody's happy, and then everybody has down days and mediocre days, and you have some days where you're just on top of the world and you feel great and things are going your way and you celebrate those days. And you don't want those days to end. Because the reason that it feels so wonderful is because you've had mediocre and down days. And you know what a struggle it can be. So when you wake up once in a while, like I'll wake up, I'll have plenty of energy and I don't hurt near as much. Like today. Yesterday was a good day too, and I didn't hurt near as much. And today I don't hurt near as much either. Those are the days you need to celebrate. Those are the days that you need to really cherish feeling better. A few days ago, I felt like I couldn't move at all. I was in so much pain. And it was probably a fibro flare, and I had a bunch of edema on me. But, just celebrate the days you feel great, and you lean toward your friends on the days that you don't feel so well, because a lot of times I'll be struggling, and one of you guys will say something to me or about me or something, and it really helps. Or if I'm really struggling in life and I'm really struggling with what's going on in my life, if I can help somebody else, it makes me feel like I'm still worthwhile. If I helping somebody and everybody thinks they're the one getting the gift, no, I'm the one getting the gift because I still feel like I'm worthwhile. I still feel like I made somebody else feel better, that they didn't feel like they were just a giant piece of shit. Because we all have been made to feel that way at different points in time. But if I can help somebody else and let them know that they're cared about, that helps me. It helps me feel like I'm at least a semi-decent human, because I was raised where my parents didn't ever just help anybody, just out of the goodness of your heart. Here, let me help you. That's not how they did it, There was always an objective to why they were being so nice. And that's a sad way to be. I don't want to be that way. As a human, and I'm just a natural nurturing person. That's just my DNA. And not for my mother. Not nurturing at all. Trust me.
No.
I never heard the woman say she loved me or hugged me all while I grew up. She would tell me how much she hated me. A lot. Usually while she was beating me. But anyway, if I can make another person feel great, or I can help an animal not feel so scared, then I feel like I'm at least a semi-decent person. If I have an objective like, hey, I want to help this person, there's nothing I can do about their cancer, but I could make them some hats. I could make them some hats to go with maybe with some different outfits, and that they feel, happy. Even if I send it and that person never wears it, but it's sitting there and they look at it, maybe they reach out and touch it, and they think there's somebody that cares, then that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was for them to know that I care. We've helped people who, and he's passed away now, but he was a friend of Brad's from when Brad was working were you still working at Albertsons? When Brad was still working there, and he got wind that his friend Tom was living in an RV, just on the edge of town and not doing real well. And it was super cold winter. This is in Wyoming. And so Brad came home and told me, and I'm like, well, yeah, because you wanted to give him, I think, that propane stove.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, let's get together some other stuff. And we got together some blankets. We got together some food because, I always keep a pretty stocked pantry. So, we got together some canned stuff and some frozen bread and that kind of stuff. And we took it to him. And I'm sitting in the car. And forgive me if you guys have already heard this story. I'm telling this for the new subscribers or people that maybe didn't hear that. So I'm sitting in the car and Brad goes over and knocks on the door. And Tom doesn't want Brad to see how bad the inside of the RV is. And Brad starts giving him this stuff, and he comes over, and he's got tears in his eyes. This Tom, what's his name?
He's a big guy too.
Big guy too. Looked like a big old biker type. And so he comes over, and he's got tears in his eyes, and he's like, "Ma'am, I just want you to know how much I appreciate that." He goes, "But why are you guys being so nice?" And I'm like, "Just because we are, just because we want you to know that somebody cares and stuff." And unfortunately, he died of cancer not too long after that. He did not know at the time he had cancer. And Brad then helped him get reconnected with his uh, longtime girlfriend and reconnected with his family and stuff. So he was able to, leave this world knowing that he was still cared about and loved about. But, I mean, it, you never know the little things you do, how much it really affects somebody. And don't be disappointed if you give something or you do something for somebody and they don't really react, because that's okay. I donate hats all the time and have for years. And, then I took about like a year break, I think it was, because COVID happened, and then, moving and everything, and then my health issue. This last time we donated hats, we didn't get much of a reaction. But I, I, it's not my issue, it's not my problem if they don't react, if they don't even say thank you. We've had other places that have just over the top, just been so happy.
Yep.
And I still hear from, and I'm still friends with some of those places on on Facebook. But so, I mean, if somebody reacts, maybe they were having a bad day, maybe they were under a lot of pressure, maybe, who knows? We all have our good days and bad days. But if the hats reach people that need them, then my job is done. And with my friends that donate hats to me, and it means so much to me that you guys do that when you have time, you know. So anyway,
And that's something. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
That's something that we always do. Is I like to include a note. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And
Did we do that this last time?
we didn't.
Okay.
We forgot.
Mm.
But one of the things with that note is, I like to make sure that these people know who else helped. That it wasn't all Teresa.
Brad always includes, not the last name, but the hats from some of my friends too, because you could definitely see different designs and different styles. Because, you know, so yeah, like I said, it's given me a purpose making hats and donating. It's given me a purpose. I can be in as much pain and have the crappiest day, but if I can sit and even loom a couple rows, I feel happier. I feel like I accomplished something. Because some days, with all of us, just getting out of bed and getting dressed is a major feat. We've all been there where it's like, I can't. I can't adult. I can't even get out of this bed. I don't want to get out of this bed. I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to have to deal with anybody. And that'll probably be the day you have like a lot of appointments or whatever. But then you make yourself. Maybe you can't make yourself that day. And I'm talking about like mental health issues too, because I have those. So, I mean, I've been times where it's like I feel like I accomplished something because I got out of bed and I showered. And that's like back when we lived in Wyoming, when my depression was the very worst.
Yeah.
But it would be a major thing to even get out of bed and like even go out to the kitchen and fix myself a cup of coffee. The depression was so bad at points in times, like if I vacuumed once a week in a front room, I thought I really, really, really did something. You know, um, but thankfully the depression is a lot better. Um, you know, I've done a lot of things to help with that. Seeing counselors and all that kind of stuff. Keep yourself busy, keep yourself out there helping somebody, talking to somebody. If you talk to other people, Even if it's on Facebook or whatever, you're going to find somebody who's really having a rough time. It makes you think that your day is just a cakewalk. My day is just a cakewalk compared to, you know, I remind Brad that I have sometimes because he'll be in so much pain and he'll even say he doesn't feel like he can take it much longer. And I'll say, but if you couldn't feel anything at all, it would be even worse because you can't feel if you're too cold or too hot or anything. You can't tell if, you've, sliced half your leg off because you can't feel anything. And it's kind of hard because I know sometimes we're like, oh, we just wish we just, weren't feeling this at all, but, it could be much worse.
Well, and that's I'm one of my biggest regrets, and is that I never got to know my grandparents on my mom's side very well.
Well, they were over in Hawaii, yeah.
Because they were several thousand miles away. But I remember when my grandpa was sick just before he passed away, and Mom had gone over there for several weeks to help take care of him. And one of the things she told me is that he had lost all sense of touch. So whenever he wanted to take a shower, that either Mom or my grandmother had to go in and set the temperature for him because he couldn't tell if it was too hot. Because I guess there was a couple of times he scalded himself because he didn't realize that the water was that hot.
Yeah, I mean, if you are paralyzed, or he wasn't paralyzed, but he lost. I wonder if that was a part of a nerve thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Had to have been.
Yeah.
See, and something like that I'd like to know more about because you go through a lot of where you've been going through losing the sensation of touch somewhat.
Yep.
And that's another reason why Brad will drop things and stuff is because, But none of us are that. I'm not that great of a person. No, I really don't feel like I am, and you know that. I feel like I could be a lot better. I could always want to do more, be more, know more, So anybody can do what I do. And I encourage you all to, no matter how busy you are, just see, there's always somebody that you know of that could use even a kind word. And with the internet and with the smartphones and stuff, luckily now you can always do that. So, reach out. Say, hey, I just want you to know I care. Charlie, I do not care. Come here, Charlie.
Charlie. Okay.
Hey, guys. Come here, Charlie. Charlie.
Come on, Charlie.
I don't know why he's barking. I'm sorry.
I heard somebody.
Charlie, come here, please. No.
Come here.
Sorry. Come here, Charlie. Charlie, come.
Come here, Charlie. Okay, quit.
Quit now. Okay. You got him?
Got him. Come here, Charlie.
Get him, honey. Sorry, guys. Charlie, here's a leaf or anything, and we're gonna.
Hey.
Quit with your.
That. Yeah.
That's hot,
so hot.
Charlie.
Are you done?
Wow.
Hey.
But anyway, just try and be nice to each other because it's a hard world. It's a cold world, It can be a really cold, cruel world, and I'm just astonished at how people treat each other. I am just amazed. I go by the old premise that if you don't like somebody, you just leave them alone. If I don't like you, I just don't talk to you. That's the whole thing. If I don't like you, I just don't talk to you. Then you're no longer a part of my life. We all have people we don't like. Or most of us do. There's always somebody. You don't even maybe know why you don't like them, but you just don't. Like the minute you meet them, you just don't. It happens. But then I just don't talk to you. I just don't. But this, fighting and going back and forth and, we all say things we wish we hadn't. You can't take your word back. So you can do is sincerely apologize. Right, Charlie? Charlie, sorry for barking now, aren't you, Charlie? Are you Charlie? Are you sorry for barking? Charlie Ann? What? He's like, I can't talk to you now, Mom. Right, Charlie? Can't talk to me? But he winked at me. He's a winker. He's a winker, and Jellybean's a stinker. Brad's whole thing at night is sit there and cut slits in old diapers for me. He's like, if I also don't have to change her, I might be out of the house sometime. You might have to change her. And he gets a look of horror on his face, like,
I get scared.
you know, could she act like she's gonna karate chop you?
Oh, I know.
The minute he tries to change her, the fight is on, man. You can see her whole little face going from the happy puppy to, and he's almost trembling, and I'm like, oh my God, let me do it.
It's scary.
And then he won't get it on tight enough, and so she'll go walking along, and you'll see the diaper and the diaper cover drop it off, and then she'll get it off, and she'll turn around, and she'll sit, and she'll look at him like, ha ha. Right? They've had some set twos, and I'm like, you might have to change her sometime.
Nope.
And I'm like, so what are you going to do? Just lock her in the kitchen area then? I mean, you're going to have to change her sometime. You're going to have to sometime, Brad. Don't look at me like that. Sometime you're going to have to change her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Wow. What are you plugging in?
The doorbell.
Oh, yeah, I unplugged it. I'm sorry.
No,
no, you took that off. I unplugged the other part, though.
Yeah, I saw that. I got it.
Because I had to plug in. And we have a little handheld carpet shampooer plus the big one. So, but I use that to spot treat because I've alluded to the fact that Angel, okay, I'm just going to come out with it. She's pooping on the carpet and it's not real firm. So, and it's just her age and she's got dementia and stuff. But I hate it. But I'm not going to put her down or anything. I'm not going to lock her up somewhere. All we can do is clean up after. So I've got the little handheld one, and I come out like first thing I did this morning before I sat down was,
Yep.
because I hate that and I don't want my house to smell like that. And
And usually, about every couple of weeks, I'll steam clean all the carpets.
Yeah, he'll go and he'll steam clean the whole thing. So, you do what you have to do. That's just the thing is if you have pets, you're going to have some of that stuff. If you have pets, it's gonna, if somebody doesn't walks in your house and they don't have pets, they're gonna smell your pets a little bit. Now we are nose blind, as they put it, but unless it's Jellybean and her diaper needs to be changed. She's one stinky dog. She is one stinky dog. Just the way she is.
Well, it's kind of like if you're a non-smoker and how many times have we've been somewhere and somebody goes walking by and you'll say they're a smoker.
Yeah, you can really smell it. Especially like you're in a hospital or something, and then, I really hate that. Speaking of which, you guys seen I've been vaping and stuff, and this is no nicotine in it. I make this myself. This happens just to be a candy cane flavor. But I really do enjoy the sensation of, because part of me does miss smoking. I'll never smoke again because I need to breathe. And I need Brad to breathe. And I need everybody around me to breathe. And I just hate how it smells. I hate how it tastes. I hate how it makes my lungs feel. So this is the alternative. And sometimes I'll go weeks and not use it. And then sometimes I just kind of get on a kick where at night I will sit there and vape. Brad's already gone to bed. And I'll be watching some videos, or maybe I'm chatting with somebody. And it's just a very relaxing, thing. Brad said before that maybe I should go have a drink or something when I can't sleep, but I don't want to do that because I'm diabetic. We're not really supposed to drink. And also, the medications I take at night, I'm kind of afraid of the interaction with alcohol. Because I don't want to start doing that. And I'm not talking about anybody else, just me personally. There's a lot of alcoholics in my family, and I really am wary of that. Once in a while, I'll have a Mike's Hard Lemonade. just one, and you will too. But it's like, how many are in a box?
12.
There's 12, and it'll last us over a year.
Huh.
Like this last time that we bought some mics, we had 2 left still from the first 12 pack that had been bought well over a year ago. Oh, yeah. It happens. Anyway, I've chatted you guys' ears off. I'm sure that some of you guys fell asleep on me, and I'm sorry. Like, wake up! Wake up! Hurry! Hurry! That comes from Brad. One day he's driving, and it's like a traffic all around us, and some people are dipping in and out. So all of a sudden, he's out of the cruiser guy. He's like, "Hurry! Hurry!" And I'm like, "Oh my God!" First off, he scared me so bad I thought I was gonna pee myself. When you're just kind of watching the scenery, and then so now I do that all the time.
Yep.
But if you stuck with me or you watch this in segments, great. Maybe you were cleaning your house like Rebecca does and listening to me, or Leanne listens to me and kind of unwinds in her day, or else she'll be doing perhaps maybe some of her. She does gym chalk and then puts it in molds with coloring and with glitter and stuff, and then once it dries, then she breaks it apart. It's very soothing for her. It's really good for her. And so, but sometimes she makes videos. Her channel name is Enchanting April. If you guys ever wonder what happened to Leanne Live, that's where she is. She's still with us, and super busy lady, great friend. But so she does that sometimes and listens to me. So I enjoy it, right?
Yep.
I don't care what kind of craft you're into, as long as you're doing something that's good for you and makes you happy. Like I said, as we get older, we can't be running the streets all the time. We just don't feel like it. And if you're not a big people person like Brad and I are not, then this is a good thing. I talk to you guys probably the most besides Brad. It's here. Right?
Yep.
Anyway, love you guys. I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I hope you're having a good Saturday. If you're going out and do something that you want to do, then great. If you're staying home and doing a bunch of stuff you don't want to do, but then in hopes to get to do something you want to do, awesome. If you have the whole day just to kind of do what you want to do, even more awesome. But do something for yourself today. Do something nice for somebody else. Do something nice for an animal.
Mhm.
Because, animals really, I marvel at our dogs and cat because all of them, it was just fate that they ended up in a home with us because they're all rescues. And, like I said, Brad and I have rescued a lot of dogs and cats over the years. We're slowing way down now because we're getting older, and I don't want to if I can help it, I don't want to have an animal still alive when I pass. Because there are a lot of dogs and cats that end up in shelters because the owner has passed away and the family can't take them, can't or won't take them. So, it's just fate that they ended up with us because we were talking about that last night that the 2 big dogs definitely probably would have been put down.
Yeah.
Especially Charlie. And, the cat was just an accidental that my daughter found her tied up in some bushes and stuff. And Jellybean, you guys know her story. And you think, how lucky are they? And they come into the house, they don't know you at all, and they have to be petrified, and they have to put all their love and trust in you, even though they've already been abused and neglected by other humans. But here they are, and then you see them start to emerge. Like Jellybean is not near the dog she was. She is so happy now. She is like a puppy and stuff, and she acted and looked like a very old dog when I got her. I was shocked at the condition she was in was even worse than I thought and stuff. And she has got such a bounce in her step and her tail is up and she is very dramatic on everything she does, you know. And she's just very happy running around the house and stuff, bouncing. So, it's just a big transformation. And we've seen that with so many dogs. CJ
Yep.
went from being a very, very heavy, fat dog to she lost probably about half of her body weight. She was such a happy dog. And um, uh, that one dog that your dad had that we took,
Sheba.
Sheba was very overweight, was just kept in the yard by his dad, not even allowed in the house and stuff. And she just had nobody. So we took her. And she lost a lot of weight and she was playing and having a great time. So
Yeah.
we've seen it with a lot of animals.
Yes, we have.
So.
I forget about Sheba.
Yeah. Those are our babies. Those are what, Brad will laugh because if I really want a hug and stuff, and yeah, I get one from him, but I'll also get one from Charlie. And Charlie will sit with his back to me between my legs, and I'll wrap my arms around his chest and stuff, and it just feels good, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Sorry I'm taking up so much of your time. I hope I made you laugh some, maybe smile some, maybe you feel better about yourself. I hope you do because y'all are very important to me. And make the most of your day. Have fun. Anything else you have to say, Brad? Heidi?
No.
So anyway, love you guys. Do cherish your friendship so much. And with that, I'm going to say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.